Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Noah back again with another video. Now, first of all, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Noah. I help people awaken to their true abilities through wellness and spirituality. With that being said, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. My name is Noah. If I haven't already said that, I'm pretty sure I did, but yes. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Great Awakening, what it is, and pretty much everything that you need to know about it. How to shift to the most optimal timeline during this time. And, ultimately just be the best version of yourself that you can, and how to just live life gratefully and, with abundance and prosperity as well. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. Pretty much the if you guys haven't heard of it already, the Great Awakening 2020, pretty much this year is the year that a lot of people are starting to wake up. We're starting to ask a lot more questions about what's going on with the whole COVID-19 and the riots and these things that are happening. A lot of us are starting to ask a lot of questions, and questions pertaining to the government. Like there have been a lot of stories about, people not taking COVID so serious and stuff like that. We see it everywhere. Like we had COVID and then the riots just happened, and then everyone just, just completely denied like the whole 6 feet rule, 6 feet apart rule. And so people are asking questions like, why would they have COVID-19? But then it's like, we're out here doing all these protests and stuff like that, where we have to be close to each other. That's just how a protest goes, you know what I mean? And that would be weird if the protest was like everyone was 6 feet apart from each other, because then it wouldn't be like it wouldn't be a real protest. But yeah, so people are starting to ask questions like that. There are a lot of people that are saying that they've seen, I'm not saying this is true because I've only seen it on social media, but there are a lot of people online, you can look this up, people have spotted bricks just randomly being placed at at peaceful protests and just places where they've started protesting and stuff like that. Yeah, shout out to Aaron Doughty. He actually got me thinking about that. Like, there have been just random videos of people just placing bricks everywhere. I'm not saying that I've seen that happen, but a lot of people have, and you can look it up for yourself. But yeah, so people are just starting to ask questions about, we're starting to ask these questions about the government and about what they're really putting out there. And we're starting to realize that, a lot of the mainstream media, the MSM, a lot of it's pushed out by, so pretty much there are 6 major corporations that own pretty much 90% of all media that happens. People are starting to realize this, and people are starting to ask like, oh, why is it that when you type in a number from 1,000 to 5,000 and you type in a number, and then right after the number then you put new cases, then it'll show us a whole bunch of different articles of that same number that you just typed in right after new cases, meaning that there's some sort of algorithm towards these mainstream news articles. You know what I mean? People are obviously scripting some of this stuff. If you don't believe me, look it up. You could do 1111 new cases, and then it'll show 1,111 new cases found, like, of coronavirus. And you can do that, from any number from 0 to 1,000. But yeah, so people are just starting to just ask questions like, why is this stuff happening? Why have we what else is going on behind the scenes? You know what I mean? People are starting to realize that the food that we're eating has been processed. People are starting to wake up to the fact that a lot of what's shown on the media is very negative, you know, and that's just not how the whole world works. Not only that it's negative, you know, they're not even saying what's really happening. You know, there's a lot of children that end up going missing that we don't, you know, the news doesn't bring up, you know, why there's a whole bunch of kids missing and why they're, you know, what's it called? There's a name for it, but when they take kids and they like, you know, sell them online, like for profit. I forgot I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, it's very, like it's very, you know, like a lot of us know about it, but the media and the news doesn't really show what's actually going on in terms of that type of situation. Like there's been so much child molestations happening, way more than they show you on the news, you know what I mean? A lot of rape, all of that stuff. And I'm not saying this to scare you, but I'm just saying this in terms of, you know, people are starting to ask questions about what's really going on. And so that's pretty much what the whole Great Awakening is about. People are starting to realize that we're a lot more than we're a lot more than human beings. You know, we're spiritual beings. We exist on a whole bunch of different timelines, you know, if you want to go a little more esoteric. But yeah, so if you found this video, chances are that you are waking up, or you are in the process of waking up, or you are about to wake up. And I just want to say congratulations, because we've made it. You know, it's 2020 is the year of lifting the veil. You know what I mean? We're shifting towards the age of Aquarius, which is getting rid of old belief systems and, you know, starting to take more risk and just live life to the fullest. And it's a time where we're shedding off old beliefs, old self-limiting beliefs, you know, beliefs that aren't really getting us to where we want to go. It's not having us achieve our dream life in any type of situation. And, you know, we're starting to realize that we can really manifest anything if we put our mind to it and we put our work into it. You know what I mean? If we take inspired action and we put work into it and we also put our mind to it, you know. Every single day for the past like couple weeks, I've been telling myself that this is going to be my last job, or the job that I'm working at right now. My goal by the end of the year is to not work a 9 to 5 again. That's my goal. You know, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm not going to be complaining about it, but that was kind of my goal. And then all of a sudden this independent contractor opportunity happened, and I'm very grateful about that, but I don't really know how that pertains to what I was talking about. But yeah, so I mean, it does in a way, because yeah, we're starting to realize that sorry if I'm rambling a lot. I didn't really write a lot for this video. I kind of just did it off the dome, off the top. But yeah, so we're shifting into a new paradigm, which is, like I said before, getting rid of old beliefs, self-limiting beliefs that aren't helping us achieve and work towards our goals and our dreams. You know, a lot of us are starting to realize that life isn't just linear, you know. Time doesn't exist only, you know, the past, present, and future. It all happens right now, you know what I mean? People are starting to realize that time is only something that somebody created. Same with race. We're starting to realize that, you know, our skin color doesn't determine who we are, you know, and it's, with everything that's going on right now, you know what I mean? It can be hard to kind of realize that, because it's, you know, Black people have obviously been mistreated for a long, long time. It's been too long. And so this new age, this Great Awakening is helping us realize that, you know, we're putting our foot down, and it's about time that we're not taking it anymore. And that's what you see in cause of the riots, everything that's going on in the world. You know, we're not taking that type of treatment anymore. And we're shifting to that new paradigm where racism or race doesn't even exist. You know what I mean? The only race that exists is the human race. And that's what it really should mean. You know what I mean? Race, when we're talking about race, we should be talking about the human race, you know, because that includes everybody, no matter what skin color you are, no matter how tall you are, how much you weigh, none of that matters. You know what I mean? All that matters is that we are human. We are all a part of this collective consciousness. You know, so we're starting to realize that, and which is why it's such a great time to be alive. You know what I mean? Towards the end of last year, I had my spiritual awakening where I realized that I was a lot more than just being a human. You know, I realized that I was a spiritual being and that life is malleable. So what did I do? I started taking action, and I decided that I'm going to be a full-time YouTuber, and now I'm posting every single day. You know what I mean? I know that my voice is important, and I know that someone's going to want to hear it eventually, because I already know people who enjoy my videos. So that's not being egotistical. I'm just being very confident in myself. I know that I'm a very good YouTuber, and I'm good. I know that I'm really good at one takes, and it's because I've practiced them for like the past year. So yeah. So this is not for me to be egotistical at all, but I used to not really have a lot of confidence in myself, you know, back to the old self-limiting beliefs. You know, we're moving into a time where we're shifting those self-limiting beliefs of, I'm not confident, I'm insecure, you know what I mean? I'm really shy. And I can be a pretty shy person, but, you know, that doesn't dictate me speaking up for myself. Anyways, going back to the video. The actual topic, like I said, guys, I'm rambling again, you know, shoot me, but shoot me with love. But yeah, so I think it's important to realize that we are all spiritual beings and that we're all spiritually connected to each other, whether you want to believe it or not. You know, we're all brothers and sisters in this world that we call Earth. You know what I mean? And like I said before, you know, it can be hard to realize that with everything that's going on with the George Floyd situation and everything. But, you know, the truth of the matter is a lot of people are starting to wake up, and they're starting to realize that it's bigger than, you know, it's bigger than Black Lives Matter. You know what I mean? It's more so, and I know I'm going to get flack for that. I understand, you know, I'm a straight white male. I haven't, you know, experienced a lot of struggle in my life, but I am allowed to speak my truth. And I think I have freedom of speech to do that. So, yeah, you know, people are starting to realize that it's bigger than Black Lives Matter. It's bigger than politics. It's about us coming together. And it's about us, you know, really just honing in on our creative abilities and manifesting whatever we want. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. You know, if it were easy, it wouldn't, you know, if life was easy, then there wouldn't be any point in living. You know what I mean? So there has to be challenges in your life in order for you to grow. That's what I've experienced in my own life. You know what I mean? I'm still going through challenges every day, but that doesn't stop me from being grateful and being present and just being happy. You know, I'm not happy all the time. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be happy all the time. That would actually probably be dangerous, but yeah, you know, I am positive most of the time and I'm happy most of the time. There are only a little bit of times where I'm not happy, but yeah. So as far as the Great Awakening, that's pretty much what's happening. You know, we're moving into the age of Aquarius. We're starting to realize that we are all one consciousness. Everything is starting to come together for you in terms of manifesting, right? You've started to work on your passion, you know, and it's coming, trust me. The more and more you start following your heart, the more time is going to fly by, meaning that you're going to start to manifest very quick. Time just flies. Like, that's what's been happening to me. So, yeah. That being said, I actually want to go into, for this next segment, why do I keep adjusting the camera? It looks a little bit crooked to me. But, yeah, in this next segment, I kind of want to go into how you can start to raise your vibration and how you can maintain on an optimal timeline. Now, what do I mean by an optimal timeline? I mean that life for you isn't there's not a lot of, you're not constantly in fear. You have kind of escalated from that consciousness. You're not on the consciousness of fear anymore. You're starting to rise up towards the consciousness of love. There's a scale of consciousness, if you don't know, but it's pretty much fear, anger, guilt. At the bottom, those are like the very lower vibrational frequencies. A lot of people are maintaining within the 100, 200 realm. And as you get into 300, 350, that's where you get into acceptance and then neutrality, or I think it's neutrality and then acceptance, and then you get into reason, which is where you start to actually work towards your goals and you start having a positive mind frame. And then you start to go into peace, love, joy, and enlightenment, which is at the top, where life is pretty much you. Life is through you, pretty much. That's what the higher consciousness is. But yeah. So with that being said, yeah, I want to go into a couple of ways that you guys can start to raise your vibration and start to shift towards an optimal timeline. Yeah, pretty much what I mean by timeline is like how life is for you right now, how you are handling life, pretty much, I guess. Or yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it would be. But yeah, so some of the ways that you can raise your vibration and honestly follow through with the Great Awakening is meditation. Huge one for me. Meditation, I always talk about it in my videos, but it's been a game changer. Just being able to quiet your thoughts. And when you're able to quiet your thoughts, you're automatically in the present moment, meaning that you can manifest quicker than ever. When you're meditating, that's the perfect time to, visualize and do mantras. If you don't know what mantras are, it's pretty much affirmations, what you're saying to yourself. And these can be very powerful, especially during these times where everyone's shifting to an optimal timeline, or a lot of people are. With me saying that a lot of people are having this Great Awakening shift, I mean that a lot of people in terms of the amount of people that were before, you know what I mean? So there's probably like 1 or 2% of us, and now it's raising up to like 5 slowly, which is a very big shift. That being said, with that number, there's still 95% of the population that isn't, which is why me and other people are out here making videos for you guys and producing this content, because we want to kind of shake you, you know what I mean? Say, hey, like, you're in a lot more of control of your life than you think. You're not a victim to your circumstance. And that's something that I want to push on my channel, and that's something that I really want to get the message out to you guys, and I want to help inspire everybody to do their very best. And I think that that's just important, and just to help people realize that you are a lot more than what's going on around you, and you're a lot more powerful. You don't have to be a victim to your circumstance, no matter what circumstance you're in. I believe that divine timing is a real thing. Everyone was here for a reason. I feel like everybody was here for a reason, meaning that if your life is, quote unquote worse than somebody else's. I say quote unquote worse because worse is subjective to whoever you talk to. But if it's worse, then that's for a reason, you know what I mean? It's ultimately for you to grow. If Jimmy Butler wasn't homeless, he probably wouldn't be in the NBA, to be honest, but he had to grind, he had to work so hard. But so yeah, with that being said, meditation's a huge way. Just going outside, really but just appreciating nature, just kind of being calm with your thoughts, being present ultimately, and try to work towards your goals. I know a lot of you guys are going to be watching this a little bit later down the line, but as far as right now, if you've made it to this video, congratulations. You're not going crazy. You're just waking up. You know what I mean? So yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a pretty long one for me, but I really enjoy making these videos for you guys. If you guys really did enjoy, make sure to hit the thumbs up button down below, subscribe, and comment. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Or if you just want to say hi, I reply to every single comment. So, yeah, guys, with that being said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful afternoon, morning, or night, wherever you're at. And peace, love, and happiness, y'all.